And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. I am your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games and suck at commentary. When we last left off, we were right here. And we're gonna save first, because I feel like we're about to present evidence, so, it's all quiet. It's quiet in here. Too quiet. Or maybe it isn't, I don't know. From save point. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it! Ha! That's good. A fighter to the bitter end, Wright. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty? It doesn't matter, because we're basically dead anyway. Technically you don't die when you get a goat. I know that! Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need. Give me a break. You've got nothing, Trite. So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle. Alright then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got. There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blood on the dagger. But we decided it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should have been a bloodstain on his clothing. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound. I see where you're going with this. What did you just say? Hidden? This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no bloodstain on his clothing. I need to show how he did the wound. How he had the wound. It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Let's go ahead and save, I suppose. Saving time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. From save point. It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you've got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound? Oh, it's from his... I thought it was going to be a whatchamacallit. Okay. Well, if that's the case... Let's say that I used... if the mask fell off, he could have been stabbed in, the face, right? And he could have hidden it behind his whatchamacallit. Was the mask thing proven to be stupid? I feel like presenting this is going to do nothing. I feel like it's hidden behind his mask, though. Maybe I'm making stuff up? Am I being stupid right now? But how do I prove that? Let's go with this whatchamacallit. Ha! I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? What was that just now? Mia? It can't be. Wait, did I get it right? Okay. You're living on. Through him? Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved. And that's true, I did it all by myself, too. Ah! Just now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you. 6 years ago, you helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, While I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought. Mr. Godot! But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive was me. I knew he was gonna say that. I don't know, I felt like that was kind of cliche of a line, but oh well. You yourself? I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit. But you saved Maya! Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away. Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick? But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason? No. Why? I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all. Huh? I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia, nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me. You're wrong! You put your life on the line to save Maya! Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure. What do you mean by that? That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me just must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing in front of me. Oh yeah, I see. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything. Mr. Godot. I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando. Mr. Armando! I believe in you! I know you were trying to save me! Thanks. Your wound! It's bleeding! Ha! Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears. Tears! Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment. Mr. Armando! You'd do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Oh my god! I can't believe they went there! This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant! Yes, Your Honor? Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body in the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very clearly. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize? To me? For what? For the case 6 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 6 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh? What do you mean? You and my sister, you only met twice. Huh? We only met twice? The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria at this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 6 months later. I think you should know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. I know him, but he doesn't know me. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way! It can't be true! I mean, during our whole relationship we were... For those 6 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia? I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny. You mean... That's right. I lied to you for 6 months. But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely. So that's why you... My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle, you came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 6 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her, even if it meant her life or mine. Iris. after spending half a year by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. I have something to say to you, too. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Thank you. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? I don't even know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so? Phoenix Wright? By my actual name?! Oh, I just noticed, they don't say Gora anymore, they say Armando. What? Yeah, I think you're right. I'm sorry, but that was really goofy to me. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Stoney. At some point, I suspect you will be tried for your role as accomplice in this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty all by myself, ladies and gentlemen. Court is now adjourned. February 10th, 4:51 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Judging by NCS's video, we should still actually have about like 20 minutes worth of content left, so I think we're gonna split off into one more episode, even though, like, we'll have this be like the grand court finale, and the next episode will be the grand finale. Or Zulabiali! I don't know why I said that. February 10th, 4:51 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand. Of course justice was served! Mia? I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense lawyer could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. From me? Mia! You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you, Mia. I'm sure we'll meet again, someday, Phoenix. I've handled lots of cases and seen lots of things, and along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Nick! Maya. I guess it's just like my sis said. Your sister? Mia? That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. But! Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face! Yeah, cut out that gloomy face that I know you're about to make, because we're about to have an awkward pause. I'll see you in the next episode. Unless it's like less than 20 minutes, in which case I'll just make a cut, and then I'll see you in like 2 seconds. But, whatever! Ah!